Hi everyone, my name is Tyler. This is my 1981 Jeep CJ5. I bought this about 3 years ago. Today I'm just gonna do a little kind of build breakdown walk around video of it. And I got a list on my phone here of everything that's been done to it. So we'll kind of get into it. So first things first, the Jeep did originally come red. It was repainted in its past life with another owner. I went from the Jeep red color, I can't remember the color code at the moment, and it went to like a dark forest green, and then at that point someone painted it this like kind of more dove egg blue color. Which I'm not a crazy fan of, but I also am just not much of a bodywork guy. You know, mostly stock Jeep. I don't even think this one was optioned with the soft top from the factory. And then this one also did come with a 4-cylinder 2.5 liter Iron Duke engine along with the T5 transmission, and then Dana 300 transfer case. One day, me and my wife were driving a back road. On our way home, I believe we lost the head gasket. I never really tore the engine apart to find out, but I think we lost the head gasket. We were running on 2 cylinders the rest of the way home. I didn't really care at that point if that engine maybe got a little bit more hurt because I knew that it was coming out and we are gonna put something else in it. So I ended up swapping in a 4.2 liter out of a CJ7, a later model CJ7. I think it was like an 85. And then that engine could not be paired with the T5 5-speed transmission. The wheelbase is just too short on the CJ5s. So I went ahead and put a 4-speed in it, and that's the Tremec T176 if I remember correctly, and then it retained the Dana 300 transfer case. So I did put in the new Luke flywheel and clutch assembly when I did the engine swap. Of course, T176 4-speed, it's a remanufactured transmission. Dana 300, I do have the twin stick conversion on that as well. During the whole engine swap, I did decide to do the Holley Sniper EFI kit. And when I did all that, I ended up plumbing in the original inline pump and had kind of nothing but problems with it. So I bought the in-tank fuel pump. So that's the in-tank fuel pump and sending unit that goes inside the factory Jeep tank. And boy, it's so much quieter and nicer. And anyone who does the Holley EFI, I would highly recommend doing the in-tank fuel pump. The engine that I bought, the 6-cylinder, did have an HEI distributor on it already, which was great. Put a new alternator. The engine also came with the plastic valve cover, so I went ahead and put a new aluminum valve cover on it. It got general maintenance stuff like thermostat and whatnot. Wiring in this Jeep when I bought it was a mess. None of the gauges worked. I think the speedometer maybe worked, and lights didn't work, like certain blinkers, tail lights, all that kind of stuff didn't work. So I ended up buying a painless wiring harness for it and installing the entire painless wiring kit. Me and my wife did that over the course of a couple days. Honestly, relatively simple swap too, which was really nice. Along with the new wiring harness, I ended up putting a new clock spring or blinker turn off switch, whatever it's called, in it. New headlights, tail lights, blinkers, everything. I just wanted all new wiring through the entire Jeep. Going back to the engine side too, I did forget to mention I did put the Headman headers on it along with a 2.5-inch exhaust all the way back with just like a generic MagnaFlow muffler. And the Jeep has a great tone. I'm sure I'll add a little bit of that here in the video. Moving on to some interior stuff, I did put low back seats from Best Stop in there, just like the remanufactured. I wanted the classic like CJ look. Low back seats to me look the best. It got a tilt wheel steering column along with a Grant steering wheel that's just a couple inches smaller in diameter, just to make getting in and out of it easier. Got the Speed Hut CJ style gauge, which that works off of GPS and then has its own sending unit for fuel and for coolant temp, so that works flawless now, which is great. I also put new oil and volt gauges in it, just like the Crown or whatever, you know, generic remake ones. The Speed Hut came after that. Eventually I want to go to the oil and volt gauges from Speed Hut. Of course, it did get just a generic, like really inexpensive Bluetooth little stereo, and that is, I think it was just like an Amazon special. The audio is not great in a CJ5, so I didn't really care how much money I spent on the stereo itself. The tub did already come Rhino lined from the previous owner, so I didn't change anything up there. Big thing on the outside of the Jeep we'll move on to is the Rally Top hardtop and doors. So that's actually, Rally Top still manufactures those to this day. I actually bought it used to save a little bit of money. It came in primer. I just haven't got around to painting it yet and probably won't. So ideally I would love to paint the Jeep someday, but the Rally Top's been great. I absolutely love it. It's very, very tight fitting. The doors shut amazing. Definitely one of the greatest mods I did to the Jeep. When I did the Rally Top, I did do the stainless steel windshield hinges along with door hinges and whatnot. For the summertime, I do have a bikini top for it. Then the next thing we'll talk about is the front bumper. I did custom build this front bumper. It's just the generic Jeep one, and then I welded on the mount for the Warren 8274, which you can see on there. And then I also rebuilt the rear bumper as well and did a tire swing out. Now up front, I have a reverse shackle kit installed just to help with ride quality, along with the JKS quick disconnect sway bar end links. And then I did a new drag link and tie rod from Mountain Off-Road, again, just to help with overall drivability and trying to kind of my goal of daily this. 2-inch lift springs all the way around. We did Skyjacker 2-inch lift. Actually, when I first started redoing this Jeep, I ended up doing the Crown, I believe, remanufactured stock height. I didn't want to lift this Jeep at all. I want to keep it on 31s, and then the best got to me. I ended up doing a 2-inch with 33s on it, so that's where it currently sits. And then these wheels are 15-inch American Racing saw blade wheels from, I believe, 1990 or 1991, which is pretty cool that they're a little old. I did have those chemical dipped to remove the clear coat and polished. There's Mastercraft MXT 33-inch mud terrain tires. My 31s that I have that I call my summer tire is a 31-inch BFG KO2, and that's on a set of Pro Comp Series 69, which I actually just stole the center caps out of to work with these American Racing wheels. And then new U-joints for drive shafts, and then the probably one of the most expensive bills on the Jeep too was the rear axle. So the rear axle got a full rebuild. It comes with like 2 or 3 piece axle shafts in these Jeeps. So now it's a 1-piece axle shaft now, which is obviously a big upgrade. Chrome Ollie axle shafts as well. And then I did do an EN True Track limited slip differential, which is all gearing, so there's no additives or clutches or anything like that to go bad. It should just be good forever, and it's limited slip, so it works great. Overall, I think that's everything. I'm sure I'm probably missing a few things, but that's my 81 Jeep CJ5. I built it to be a good daily driver, and that's exactly what I did. I daily drove it to work quite often, probably a few times a week, and loved it. And this thing gets thumbs up and waves, and everywhere you go, people asking about it, saying how much they love it, how cute it is, whatever. So I built it to be a cool little like hot rod daily driver to occasionally maybe go snow wheeling or you know, drive some forest roads, no crazy wheeling or anything like that. So, but yeah, again, my name's Tyler. This is my 81 Jeep CJ5. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks.